should come cast with us. Just give a sound off as like expert Zerg analysis.
Masan would probably want to stab me though, just because of all the random stuff I say.
Yeah, Clearly Game Pick Up Dragon was pretty funny. But okay, Shuttle versus Hyun, ZVT. Ladies and gentlemen, we got our wishes.
Excellent.
No, you didn't say that evil enough. Go again.
Excellent.
Now add the laugh afterwards.
No.
But okay. That sounded more psychotic than evil.
I know.
It's
I
like-
could do like a really retarded. That's like one of my most retarded laughs.
Alright, well guys, this is the finals for the Zotac Cup. $100 winner take all. And in the lower left corner of the map, he's blue. He's playing for Quantic Gaming. It is Hyun.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Daybreak, it is the challenger trying to get revenge for last week's defeat. It is our Red Terran. It's Shuttle.
Yeah, and the thing too, last week, it wasn't even... How do I say this? Like, without sounding rude. It wasn't close. Like, Shuttle just got shut down by Hyun pretty hardcore. I would love to see him be like, alright, you know what? I had a week off. I doubt this was the main goal of his focus, but it's like, I will beat Hyun this time. I will be that guy who takes down Hyun.
He got shuttled down pretty hard.
You know what? I was in my brain. I was like, do I say it as I said it? I was like, you know what? No. I'll just leave that one be. It's so dumb and so bad. If anyone picks up on it. God damn it, Gary Oak. God damn it.
What?
But Hyun, again, I want to point out, he's got the proxy checks going on. I love that he does this too. Because while it's not really common to get proxied, it's better to be safe than sorry. There's no worse annoyance for a Zerg player to deal with other than proxy rags.
Yeah. Like, you know, as I said earlier in the cast, you know, you're doing this, you're just doing your build and all of a sudden you're proxy and you could have scouted it. That's exactly like cutting yourself when you're manscaping. It's really freaking terrible.
Now, I don't know what these
Just
guys are
feel bad about
saying,
it.
and I don't know the match history these guys might have on ladder, but I imagine this is probably something Shuttle's done to Hyun in the past, and I only say this because he's gone so extensive with the scouting. We saw him loop back around in the north, check the smoke. I mean, he wants to make sure absolutely without a shadow of a doubt that there's no proxies on the field.
Yeah, and Shuttle actually gets a bit of an advantage off this because Hyun's, you know, it costs him a little bit to do the scouting, and Shuttle's
actually-
like, command center first on low ground. Here you go, have at it.
I'm a little shocked Hyun also didn't go drone to his opponents. Like, you know, he's already up to the northern part of the base. Might as well harass the worker building the barracks or something. Just get more bang for your buck. I mean, the drone was already halfway there. Why bring it home, type thing.
Yeah.
Shuttle, though, not a player who often plays too greedy. We'll have to see how this series progresses, I guess. I mean, this first game could very easily go either way, but I mean, Hyun, like I said last week, just kind of wiped the floor with Shuttle. I would love for Shuttle to pay him back in full.
It would be kind of cool to see. What will we see out of Shuttle? I'm assuming we'll see a factory, because if he was going to build a Reaper, he probably would have done it by now.
Oh, dude, I'm actually going to call Masan. I didn't think you'd take me up on this. Let's get him in this. Are you ready for this, Gary Oak?
Oh, snap.
See how this goes? Let's give it a second
crap.
here.
We got TriCast going on.
Well, not even a tri-cast, just like super pro-cast, because this guy knows his stuff. Shuttle's actually, or not, sorry, Shuttle, Masan, just as a quick note, he's the guy I really enjoy watching stream quite frequently.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
You take it away for a second, I'll just mention it.
It's pretty bad, though. Like, if I say something really boneheaded Zerg-related, he just calls me out on it. I'll look, like, so terrible. It's the game will be everywhere, guys.
That's okay, Gary Oak.
Prepared.
That's okay.
Oh, it'll happen. It'll happen. Calling it right now.
Well, Factory coming out of Shuttle, most likely will be Hellions. It's such a common opener to see. Sometimes you see Widow Mines come out first, two of them to play defensive, but that's about it. And Masan, hi. No, didn't pick up? I thought he picked up. Okay, never mind.
Oh. Party pooper.
Skype, man, don't know what's going on, but Right now, Shuttle, again, I don't know the match history these guys might have. I mean, if they square out, they're first off, they're both top of the GM ladder. You guys have to know this. So they've probably played each other plenty of times in the past. My question is, like, what? It really feels like the way Hyun's been playing, he's been expecting something out of Shuttle.
Well, to kind of go on a bit of a detour, Coffee Drinker 24 in chat says, "What do you guys think of this map?"
I think it's old at this point, to say the least.
We've seen some epic games on it, but it's certainly run its course, and it's a pretty good map for Zerg to turtle on as well. Just trying to get the, but do we like it?
Well, it's on
I
a
used
1 minute delay. Say that right now.
I know, he's responding to Ronsky, but it's a decent follow-up question. And I don't like it anymore, and I'm really glad it's gone. And we do see the Zergling actually picking off this SCV scout before he sees anything relating to the third base of Hyun.
Yeah, Hyun getting a pretty nice scout off too with that Overlord. Does get out alive, 100 health, poked in, poked out type thing. 3 command centers out for Shuttle. This is about as standard as it gets for a Terran player. The big question is, like, how much... Okay, it's going to be bio. Sorry, I was going to say, how long do we see? But Double Engineering Bay gives that away very, very blatantly. Meanwhile, Hyun getting his own third. I mean, he's just both players trudging along. It almost feels like we're watching a, I don't know, ZVP. You know, just that slow build-up.
Yep, very slow, very standard. And yeah, double eBay. That's a bit on the greedy side for this build, but Hyun doesn't seem to have any intention of punishing him. Like, he's going into double Evo chambers, which means he's not going to be doing anything ultra hyper aggressive. He wants to play a bit of a later game. Both players are wanting to do that. Bit of mutual respect for each other, and look at Shuttle's vision. Honestly, look at his vision.
It's non-existent. Hyun's, meanwhile, has basically map hacks on.
He basically black sheep walled this, and look at this.
Oh,
we have a
gosh.
siege tank for Shuttle.
Well, it's been here for a while.
I'm so happy to see the siege. I know, I just wanted to point out the siege tank.
Well, actually, that's the thing, too. There's like this mix of numbers. Like, a lot of Widowmines on the field are great for running your opponent ragged, but if they've got good control, Siege Tanks will win out over Widowmines every day of the week because Widowmines take so long to reload. Siege Tanks, well positioned, will always give you that advantage, that edge. Actually, I gotta say, I loved watching Pult versus Nerchio for the European Finals a little while back. Man, we had a lot of Siege Tank usage in that series, Gary Oak.
And one thing I also want to point out about Siege Tanks is, in GSL recently, I saw a Terran push where it was like, you know, the standard bio-mine push with 1 siege tank. 1 or 2 tanks, like, just a little bit sprinkled in. And it was actually really effective. It's really hard to control, but it's so good.
Small update, by the way, guys. Masan, for those who don't know, he's a Grandmaster Zerg player. Probably one of the best North American Zerg players in my eyes. At least people from North America, I should say. He's sounded giving me issues where he will join us for the next one by the looks of it. So that should be pretty fun times.
Nice.
But okay, the armory coming up next here for Shuttle. Meanwhile, Infestation Pit, Baneling Speed. Yeah, looking very comfortable to move towards that Hive Tech. And it's been, again, that really slow build up to the end game here. We're going to have a lot of clashing going on. Shuttle, though, his strengths fall in his drops. I've seen them do a lot of multi-pronged drops, and whether you're a good player, great player, or whether you're Hyun, drops are always a problem.
Yeah, especially if you're against an opponent who is really, really good at dropping. And I would like to point out that upgrades are significantly ahead for Shuttle, which is always good. He doesn't have his combat shield started, though. Bit of an oversight.
You know, it's funny. Thermal lanes and combat shields, I think, are the most commonly forgotten essential upgrades. Like, if you forget +3 weapons and you're on +2 weapons, it's kind of questionable whether that's a big deal or not. But forgetting combat shields is something that could just absolutely destroy you. And it happens so often.
Yeah, he's completely forgotten it. He's got more than enough gas for it, and... Oh, there it is, finally.
Alright, a little delayed, but...
Mistake. And we've got Hive started, meanwhile. So he'll have combat shields finishing up around the time Hyun's Hive is done.
That's so weird to say.
Around the time it's Dion.
Oh, well, the pun ruined it, but no, it's so weird to actually consider that, because that is the reality of the times, but... Oh, will these medevacs be dropped there? Sorry, will these medevacs be spotted? They absolutely should, because again, Hyun has so much of this map covered, Gary Oak.
Yeah, he's got like random Zerglings and random Overlords, and he's got a little attack force positioned around the center of the map, just waiting for something like this. Because if he sees those dropships, which he does, he's like, "Oh, that's 2 dropships full of units."
Yeah, there was that little blip.
You can't attack. That won't be defending your base. he could just run in and drive by on this third base and do a lot of
Oh,
damage.
but you know what? Look at the Spore Crawler. Look at the Banelings. He's ready to receive this.
He is.
Double Spore Crawlers will make the retreat impossible. Shuttle will lose the one medivac. Will lose everything inside the other one.
Ooh.
And Hyun with a very nice defense. Again, I guess expecting drops out of Shuttle is something everyone should do at this point. So having the Spore Crawlers positioned the way he did, actually very intelligently done.
Yeah, that was really superbly defended by Hyun. And, oh, that's pretty good. We do see +1 vehicle and ship plating coming out from Shuttle. He is pushing, taking the center watchtower, pushing Hyun back a little bit, but that's a lot of infestors with Burrow.
And unfortunately, this drop going to get picked off. He can try and retreat, but the question is, like, where to? Lots of Banelings coming in. This is the old school Hyun that I know and love. The original Hyun. Forget Roaches. It's about the Banelings with him.
Oh, these infestors could do a lot of damage. Oh, if they unburrow here, they're all dead. Oh, never mind.
Oh, they will actually... Oh, force of
Nice.
Willmine hits off, though. It's better to lose the Infested Terrans than it is those Banelings of the Zerglings running through here. Hyun losing more and more units, but he's just got so many behind. The Shuttle has nothing. Well, I shouldn't say nothing. He doesn't have a lot, though.
That
Banelings.
command center should be cancelled for sure.
Oh, some nice spreading coming out for the Baneling hits. They don't become the most effective, but these Zerglings will pick off almost all of the workers. Same with the Roaches behind this. Meanwhile, 23 workers, Gary Oak. Not too shabby.
And look at the supply lead for Hyun. 60 supply lead. And he still has 2 infestors left with pretty good energy, so those are 2 fungals or a lot of infested Terrans to support this push. And
Oh,
a nice
what am
flank
I
coming in
hits.
from Hyun too.
I mean, the thing is, too, a lot of those Zerglings were picked off by those Widowmine hits, but there's so many infestors that have infested the Fungal and the Zerglings just overpowering through this. But again, that tank has not moved since minute 1 of the game, and it's doing a great job at holding the natural.
Yeah, but Hyun is going to be on 4 bases to 2, and we do see a counter drop here, but it is deflected.
Yeah, I can only do so much. 13 more infestors on the way. Is this Wings of Liberty, Gary Oak? Did we not make a Heart of the Swarm game?
I don't know, I guess. Must be.
That's funny. The skull shot for the fungal, I feel, has a lot of pros and cons to it. One of the big pros is the fact that you can get some cool hits off that you were not able to do before, especially when running away. Big con, a lot harder to aim.
Mm-hmm. I like the change to fungal. It makes it like you actually have to be good to use fungal properly. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's more dynamic to actually watch a player use it. Even if they miss, you're like, oh, it was only just barely, because you see the projectile go out. It's a lot more spectator-friendly, I think. Although, I'll tell you, every Zerg player wishes it was the way it used to be, I think.
But Zerg was completely and utterly imbalanced and overpowered at the end of Wings.
I don't know what you're talking about, Gary Oak. That's such a biased and unfounded opinion.
Oh yeah, like, never mind the 8 straight months of like top-tier tournament dominance Zerg had.
Well, Zerg's still good, there's no question about it. Hyun will probably prove this with this next push. 13 infestors, lots of fungals. I mean, even if he just hit and run with the infestors, he could eventually wear this army down. There's not enough medevacs to actually deal with constant fungals. But of course,
Yeah.
the fungals are going to be used just to hold the army in place for those Banelings, for those 35, 36 Banelings to just catch the army entirely.
Oh my god, and
he
Shuttle
scans
seems
it.
to-
But too
And
late, the fungal goes down on
fungals.
most of the army.
There's got
Marauders,
quadrillion fungals ready here, and all these Banelings.
look at that, even using the Investitarians as a semi-little ghetto force field. Oh my goodness, Gary Oak.
That was a bit of a failed detonation there, actually.
Absolutely,
On some of
yeah.
those Banes. I think the Widow Mines might have done something there, but it doesn't matter.
Meanwhile,
Look at the
natural, yeah, and the natural's just been open. Supply depots were raised. A couple. Bailey's gonna go straight for the main. I should do some splitting off, but Shuttle, he might take this fight in the middle of the field, he might not, but it doesn't matter because he's losing everything at home.
Zone's burning down, man. There's nothing much he can do.
Actually, she's gonna hold the main for the time being, but so much damage has been done. Hyun still has not been fully cleaned up. Infested Terrans coming down on top of the tanks. Medevac's pretty much dry on energy. So many Infested Terrans! How many is this? We can't actually count them just yet.
GG.
41
Doesn't
Infested Terrans at the end.
Shuttle was a wreck, wow.
Damn. Let's see if we get Masan in the call for the next game.